I think we can go ahead and get started. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So this is our fifth webinar, fifth week in a row, and today we're gonna teach people how to launch their business on Product Hunt. Steve, next slide. Cool. So as a recap, on the previous webinar, we taught people how to resell Notion templates and build product pages on how to sell those as paid templates. And I guess just 3 points for you to who wasn't on the webinar last week. We taught people about what kind of Notion templates are popular to sell, although that's not our main focus today, but those are things such as operating systems like Life OS, Remote OS, Freelance OS, and then a lot of Notion trackers for your workouts and whatnot. And then second, how to use a product page to educate your paying users and get discovered online. When people start to search for your products, you would want to have a custom landing page for each, so that's easy for them to just click on it and then learn about it, and then hopefully at the end they pay for it. And then lastly, we also, our co-founder Putri, taught people about what makes a great landing page. Next one, Steve. All right, let's go. So Product Hunt, what is it and why should you launch there? So Product Hunt is actually a pretty awesome platform. I've been using it since my high school days, and I always kept up with the coolest projects. It basically, showcases people's indie hackers, companies, cool projects every single day. There's always something new. You would always see anything you can think of, basically any idea that you might have, somebody or some company probably has done it. And you can see whether they've succeeded or not succeeded from Product Hunt. You can check out their comments and learn from what they've built, the iterations that they make. Product Hunt has over 5 million users every month, which is crazy. We did launch Typedream on Product Hunt as well. We got I think the first 10,000 users from Product Hunt, which is insane. And it's a very unique community on the internet. People who go to Product Hunt are, by nature, they want to try new things. They want to try new products. So it's exactly the place if you want to try to launch a product or a service. That's where you go to, showcase it. If people like it, you'll get your first 100, 1,000, 10,000 users. You don't know. Next one, Steve. Cool. So what makes us credible? Why should we teach you how to do this? We've launched on Product Hunt quite a lot since our early days. We did 3 launches. We first launched in 2021. We won Product of the Day, Product of the Week, and Product of the Month. We got over 3,000 upvotes, over 300 comments, tons of reviews, and this has greatly helped us become the company that we are today. We've received tons of feedback from these early adopters and shaped our product to what they want. Next one, Steve. Cool, take it away.
Yeah, for sure. So as Kevin mentioned, right, launching on Product Hunt has a lot of benefits. You can get your early beta users from there. You can get your first customers. It's also a great way for you to boost your company brand and visibility. So before going into how to do a successful product launch on Product Hunt, there are a few terms related to Product Hunt that you might need to know. So on Product Hunt, there are these people that are called makers, and basically makers are people who build the product. So co-founders, indie hackers, and so on. And there are also people called hunters, and hunters don't make products, but they post products for you. And a question that you might ask is, can makers also be hunters? Yes, makers can hunt their own products. And posts on Product Hunt are basically these products that you launch. And upvotes are upvotes. This is a way for you to get awareness. You'll see in the top right-hand corner of your Product Hunt profile that you have X amount of upvotes, and it'll keep on tallying as the days go on. And so what is our goal going into Product Hunt? You ideally want to be in the top 5 product of the day. And there are a few reasons for this. The first one is because You want to be above the fold. So on the Product Hunt website, if you're in the top 5, people are more likely to discover you, so they don't have to scroll down. And also, if you're in the top 5, you get to be featured on the Product Hunt newsletter, which has 500K plus readers, and so it gives you more visibility as well from there. And although we don't know exactly how the Product Hunt algorithm works, essentially they want you to get upvotes from active users as opposed to new signups. And that kind of makes sense if you think about it, because you don't want people just creating accounts just to upvote for you. You want genuine people voting and liking your product. So, okay. So to prepare for the launch, there are a few pieces of information that you need to prepare and fill out. So the first one is a logo, and the requirement here is that you have to have a square aspect ratio. You can do your company logo. You can also do a GIF. We personally think that a GIF is better because it's cooler and it captures people's attention. You also need to have a tagline. So this is like a one-liner, right? It's 60 characters maximum, and you don't want any fluff in this one-liner. You just want to make sure that people get what the product is about by reading that one-liner. So put your number 1 keyword in this one-liner. There will also be a field where you have to choose topics that your product falls under, and you can choose up to 3. So for example, with Typedream, you could look at no code as a topic. You can look at website building as a topic, and so on. So a good tip for this is you can look at your comps, you can look at best practices, and you can look at similar products and what topics they choose for their posts. You'll also have to fill out a description. This one is a little bit longer than the tagline, so it's 260 characters maximum. And what we usually like to do is we like to put 3 bullet points. So 3 main points that describes the key features of the product or the key benefits of the product. You'll also be encouraged to put a demo video. This is a great way to give sort of a visual representation of your product to people so they can see how it works. So you'll have to provide a YouTube link and make sure that it's not private, and you provide the full URL and no shortened links. Ideally, I would say the sweet spot is between 1 to 3 minutes. Go closer to 1 if you can. And I'll actually show you a little bit of our first product video when we launched Typedream on Product Hunt, just as an example.
We've launched multiple times, yeah. Every update, every major feature. But yeah.
Yep. So that's a little bit of what the demo video looks like for us. There are no right answers for the demo video. Just make sure that it's captivating and it gets the point across clearly. You also have to provide product images and slides. This is for the image gallery in your product page. And this is sort of the suggested aspect ratio. And I would suggest to have 3, if not more, of these slides. And you can make 1 for each key feature. And you'll also have to provide a maker's comment, which is basically the first comment that you put. And you can talk more about the benefits of the product. So for us, for example, when we launched, our CMS product, This was our maker's comment. We talked about what's included, what are the features, and we also want to thank the community that helped us get to where we are. So once you have all the info ready, now you need to dial in your launch details. So I would suggest that for your first product, you choose a hunter to launch your product for you. And there are a few reasons for this. So a hunter is a person who's usually has a lot of followers in the community, so you can actually leverage their audience. So when they post that product for you, their followers will get notified, and you'll have more eyes on your product. So you have more of a chance to be featured, and oftentimes these hunters will provide you with really nice feedback. So you get to engage with someone who is an expert on ProductHunt. And so when to launch, right? Ideally, for your first post, you want to try to choose the weekend, right? You want to try to launch on the weekend, but traffic varies from day to day. So on Monday and Friday, traffic is sort of medium. Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday are kind of higher in terms of traffic, and then lower on the weekends. And the thing that you don't want to do is to post on a public holiday, especially a US public holiday, because a lot of the users on ProductHunt are based in the US. And so you have 24 hours to rank for product of the day, second product of the day, and so on. So launch as early as possible if you can. So the clock actually starts at 12:01 a.m. and runs until 11:59. So yeah, grab that coffee and launch as early as possible. So on launch day, this is the most important day. You need to put all your effort into launch day. Make sure that you reply to all comments. Make sure that the interaction is the momentum is going for the interaction. You want to say thank you to people. You want to engage with your community, not just on ProductHunt, but also on your social media, so people know you're doing something big. Once you're done with launch day, 2 to 3 days after the launch, expect traffic to drop a little bit. So it won't be as big as your traffic on launch day because there will be new products that are launching. But at the same time, you want to make sure that everything is up and running. You want to make sure that your payment flows are working. You want to make sure that your website uptime is good and you still reply to emails and people's questions and concerns. And then at least 6 months after, if you're thinking of doing a major update to your product, you can launch, a 2.0, a 3.0, and so on. But wait at least like 6 months. So that's basically it in terms of our suggestions and recommendations for you on how to succeed on a ProductHunt launch. So we'll open up the floor to questions now. At the same time, I'm gonna put this over here so you can scan to join our giveaway where we'll give out our Notion document on how to launch. So there will be more details in that. And then you can also get your promo on Typedream.